Well, I came to U92 by accident. It's funny, I moved to Morgantown as a musician. I was a drummer in a local band here in Morgantown, and I was originally based out of Charleston because that's where I worked. I worked for IBM, I was an IT guy, and I was driving up just about every weekend to do shows with my other band members who just happened to be students at WVU. Long story short, I moved to Morgantown. I decided that, you know what, I need to make the best of my time, so I become a student, and I realized that journalism is the way to go for me because I'm a very creative person. I love to kind of have that creative freedom and elbow room, so to speak. So I moved to Morgantown, and most of my friends were musicians. And they just so happened to know some other people that were DJs. I didn't know if they were club DJs or radio DJs, but I just popped the question to one of them and said, hey, you know, where do you DJ? Like, which radio station? I thought it was a commercial station. They said, no, it's a WVU. And I had no idea that WVU had a college radio station until that moment. A few more shows that we play later, I also run into another gentleman who just happens to be, who just at that time I didn't know, but he turned out to be the program director of U92. And it was funny because I'd already signed up and was scheduled to go for an interview that Tuesday. It was Saturday when I talked to him. He said, well, you know, I talked to him for 3 hours on a porch in the middle of the night at a house party, and he said, you know, I'll probably be one of the guys interviewing you, after I told him that little bit of information. And I thought, well, that's great, because he found out more about me than he could have ever found out in an interview. And that's how I ended up at U92. The station itself is something that it's a love that is hard to explain. But I just would get so attached to the station. I mean, I'm surprised the Mountain Lair didn't start charging me rent, because I was here so much and putting in so much time just learning about all the toys and all the gadgets. I'm a tech guy, and I'm also a creative tech guy, so I get in with all this stuff, all these new toys, all these buttons to push. And it was just, it was a love that developed, and I started to think about, you know, maybe I could be the next Alex Gavula, the next general manager. Came back to U92 because I found out that the position here, the position of general manager, that is, was going to become available. And it's unfortunate because the person who was actually one of my mentors, Alex Gavula, he was, he's not only was he a mentor for me at the station as I worked my way through the station, he was also a dear friend. I could see the writing on the wall, and he could too, that the position was going to become available in the next few months. And you know, I thought, you know, this is a great opportunity. Becoming the general manager is not like a goal that I have reached. It's not, because we're constantly learning, and my goal is to make a difference in the lives of the students who come through here.